I'm sorry for being. They couldn't find the right word to describe what he had been. Definitely he won't say anything. He asked with amusement. They groaned and nodded at him. Yeah, that, they said, looking at his face. A small smile was playing on his lips, and his eyes were had the amusement in them. Don't look at me like that. I'm already too embarrassed. They turned his head toward the other side and mumbled. He chuckled one again, and even this time, they was only able to hear it. He couldn't bring himself to look at him. It's okay. I survived, didn't I? Shut up, they said in gasps when he realized what he had said. They was going to apologize when his slight jiggle come in the way. They looked at his face and had threw back his smile. You should have just told me instead of, He hesitated and they know what he meant. I didn't want you to laugh at me. They shook his head and tucked the loose strand of his hair behind his ear. I won't never laugh at someone serious. You almost made me go insane. I didn't know what to do, he said. Massage his temple. He truly was worried, and it amazed how they were talking like friends. Maybe he was making progress. Yes, definitely he was. I'm sorry. They smiled and squeezed his hand by grabbing it. His eyes were winded, but before they could, Jungkook covered the hand with his. It's okay. Just don't do that again, he said, and they nodded before smiling. As soon as they reached the hotel, Jungkook told Tae he was going to a meeting and he should rest. They wanted to ask him why he wasn't taking a rest, because he must have been tired as well. But he didn't. They didn't know how to, so he just nodded and went inside his own bedroom in the suite that he had booked. They opened the bag to take out the dress that Minjin had packed for him, and after changing into them, he fell on the bed and went into the deep sleep. Jungkook returned for some meeting where he had talked some sense and that dumb associate. He was feeling really tired. The muscles on his shoulder hurt, being over the file at that uncomfortable office, and not to mention that lack of sleep. All the plan was to take a warm bath and then go to sleep because he was sure they were sleeping too, not that he had anything to do with him. If they wasn't asleep, he was inside his room and take half of his clothes, running a hand over his face tiredly. He placed the tie on the bed and threw his spoon against the pillow. After then he looked at some time. It's again to put in a silent mode because he didn't want anyone to disturb him, and he was about to relax after a long period of time. As soon as he unlocked the phone, he noticed two voicemails that grabbed his attention right there. They must have been received when he was in the car because he had heard the ping of the phone but didn't bother to check. Jungkook opened the messages and started reading them through the lines but soon wished that he hadn't bothered to open them. You must be quite happy, Jungkook. How could you? I didn't expect this of you. And you managed to shock everyone this time. But don't you dare to forget that you're just a replacement, and I was the only one who gave you the love you deserve. Do you think he would have bothered to look at you if it wasn't for your brother running away? Don't make me laugh, Jungkook. Jungkook used to tell me that his fiancé didn't like you. Only I could love you, and you do. Something like that. Well, you got what you deserved. Being a replacement, being used that. I hope you're happy. The screaming stopped, and he threw the phone against the table, making it switch off. His jaw was clenched, and his frown was turned into a fawn. He repeated the words over and over in his mind. It's made him angry. How dare she talk him like that? Who did she? She think was. But she was right, wasn't she? About everything, he was forced and accept someone he had never met or loved. He was forced to push his life and then amuse with a woman he didn't even know. A boy who probably did gods know what his brother. He walked inside the bathroom and banged the door closed. He was so angry. He went back inside the room and closed the door to walk toward the lounge. He needed to relax, and a good walk would do that to him. Half of the button of his shirt was open, and it was untucked. The cuff was open too. He looked ridiculous. Jungkook, he realized that he had been blushing when he heard him calling. Jungkook stopped and turned to face him. All the anger that he thought was running away was coming back. There he stood, acting like an angel, for half of the reason he was in this situation. They would have gotten married. He was ready to get married, but he wasn't. He was never ready to settle down, and now he was attached to his like a glue. Go away, Young, he cried. He still had some of that left, but he didn't want to yell at Dee like he did for the first time. But if he keeps standing there like this, looking like innocent, he might hurt him. Do you want me to make you coffee? You look tired, they found, walking closer to him with his hair all over the place and dressed in pajamas. So they was trying to play wife with him. Now, why? He clenched his jaw and he scolded up as well as stopped himself for lashing out at him. What do you mean why? They smiled. I've rested, but you look like you need some. And if you still have work, can I make a coffee? He ran his hand over his smooth hair. Why do you care? His right brows rose in a mocking way, making the smile drop with their face. Jung, before he could rub his shoulder, looking rather nervous. Just go away. He rolled his eyes when they wasn't looking. But Jungkook, stop it, Taeyoung. I don't know. Who the hell are you thinking? But I don't want this. I don't want your coffee, he yelled, making too much over there and shake him. Jungkook, stop you. I'm telling you to leave me alone. Then why can't you just do that? I want to be alone like before this stupid damn marriage that was forcing upon me. I was just, don't please. It dragged out, looking at his expression. I don't want anything right now. Can you leave me alone? He pressed his lips together, his heart was beating, and let out a breath. Sorry. He clenched his jaw and turned around. He said he would try. The small words would make him pause. He ran a huge hand through his hair and turned around. I am there, but can you please just give me some time? They said. They looked like he was at his and bite his lips and look at him like a kick kitten would. You brought me here, they thought. His lips were trembling. I had to. They glared at him. His tiny hands were curled into a fist. I'm not a kid. They argue. Do you want to fight? He glanced at him, and his stand became, you want to fight because you said what you wanted. You cursed like it, and now you're acting like I'm the one who being silly. He pressed his lips together at the word silly. It seems funny. Sorry for trying to be your friend. They huffed. You're so spoiled. He snapped and walked away angrily. Jungkook at his back and they looked like a child who didn't get what he wanted. Jungkook let out a breath. He shouldn't have promised they.